As of today, there is a teacher shortage of approximately 1.2 million in the country. While at present there are 90 lakh teachers in India, it is estimated that we could double this pool in the next 10 years. The biggest challenge, though, is preparing our teachers for the job at hand and then continuously developing their skills. New teachers are prepared by TEI, or Teacher Education Institute, that are either government-run or private. Today, there are roughly 15,000 such institutes, but the quality of training is questionable, and rampant corruption means that a lot of the ill-prepared teachers do manage to get degrees. Now, the government holds the teacher eligibility tests, or TETs, and only 1 out of 7 teachers in India clears these tests. Now, assuming that we've got the degree or cleared the TET, the next big question is, what intervals do teachers undergo for upskilling? Well, under the Sarv Shiksha Abhiyan, each teacher in service must be provided with 20 days in-service training, but in reality, most states are able to provide only 5. Most of these are also ad hoc and not based on any robust need analysis, and therefore not really very relevant to the challenges that teachers face in the classroom. So while many edtech startups have undertaken the task of solving the learning deficit for students by providing personalized content and creating virtual hallways, 35-year-old Vinod Karate decided to view the current state of education in the country from another lens, and he shifted the focus to teachers. He co-founded the TheTeacherApp in August of 2015 to provide professional development resources to teachers. The material on the TheTeacherApp is mostly an interactive video format and focuses on core concepts in math, language, science and pedagogy, which is the method and practice of teaching itself. Backed by Google.org, which committed $1 million grant to the TheTeacherApp earlier this year, the team is also part of the Facebook and NASSCOM initiative Code for the Next Billion. Here's a look at the story.
So there are 90 lakh teachers in India, and we add 9 lakhs to that pool. There are a lot of reports which suggest that teachers themselves do not have concepts. So we are trying to change that scenario by directly going to them through an app and building conceptual knowledge of teachers through courses that we build in a MOOC format. We know that it's been a great journey for me in terms of really trying to focus on a big problem that exists in the education system.
The journey to reform the education system in India began in 2012 for Vinod Karate when he quit his investment banking job to build Stir Education's India chapter as a founding member. It was during this time when Vinod worked with almost 45,000 teachers in India and identified the missing links like untrained teachers in the workforce, the lack of conceptual understanding, and quality teacher training institutes that operate at a large scale. In 2015, he decided to turn entrepreneur and joined hands with former Google executive Medha Bankwal, former Teach for India fellows Suvidhi Khurana and Ishan Wahi, with a mission to bridge that gap via this app.
So you'll be surprised to know that there's hardly any content for teachers. And when I say teachers, I'm talking about the 90 lakh teachers who teach in government schools, who usually teach in vernacular medium. They do not follow English. So it's a big misconception that there's tons of content available in YouTube. There are a lot of efforts in education technology space per se to create content, but most often they focus on students, and they also are more test prep kind of efforts. Whereas very little content on teachers, on pedagogical aspects and subject aspects. So that way we're very unique. But what we've done is also reimagined the MOOC format completely.
During his time of working with teachers one-on-one, Vinod noticed a lot of them use smartphones. So the team chose a path that might seem the obvious thing to do in retrospect, that is to create mobile training content which will directly reach teachers. The team creates all its course content for math training, language teaching and pedagogical concerns in-house. Each course is short, interactive and as of now, all in Hindi.
किस तरह ये किताब एक अच्छा झरोका देती है उन लोगों की दिक्कतों में झांकने का.
There are huge challenges in India. Teachers cannot do long courses online. Internet doesn't reach them. So what we've done is created a sweet spot format, which is what our innovation is, where we give clear 1 hour long conceptual courses to teachers, but they're done in a very engaging format, an audio-visual interactive format. These are not passive videos, but they take less than 50 MB data and they work offline. So teachers do not need internet or 3G or 4G continuously. So they can offline and keep it and then watch it at leisure. So these are critical innovations that we've done on the tech side, but the format itself and the fact that we're creating content for teachers makes us very unique.
Currently, the team is working with teachers in Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh and Uttarakhand. Up and live for just 6 months, the Teacher app has reached over 1 lakh users and has set up an ambitious goal of reaching 10 lakh teachers in the next 4 years.
इसमें एक सेक्शन है टीचर्स टूल किट। उसमें ना सिर्फ हमें ये बताया जा रहा है कि क्लास को कैसे संभालना है, हैंडल करना है, बट हम क्लास में कंटेक्स्ट की नॉलेज को इंटीग्रेट कैसे करते हैं। फॉर एग्जांपल उसमें एक एग्जांपल दिया गया था कि अगर हम रोल कॉल ले रहे हैं, ठीक है, तो बच्चों से ये बुलवाने की जगह कि यस मैम, यस सर, इंस्टेड हम उनसे ये बुलवा रहे हैं कि अच्छा आप सब मुझे एक एक कंट्री का नाम बताओगे या आप सब मुझे एक एक फ्लावर का नाम बताओगे। तो ये रिवीजन में भी हेल्प कर रहा है एंड ये चीज़ बच्चों के लिए इंटरेस्टिंग भी है।
तो पर्सनली एज ए टीचर ट्रेनर मुझे ये जो रिसोर्स थे काफ़ी यूज़फुल लगे, क्योंकि हमारा एक मॉड्यूल है जिसमें हम हिंदी पेडागोजी के बारे में बता रहे हैं और मुझे जो सिलेक्शन ऑफ मटेरियल्स थे, जो रिसोर्सेज थे, वो मुझे काफ़ी अच्छा लगा। कुछ रिसोर्सेज ऐसे थे जो ना सिर्फ क्लासरूम से बट क्लासरूम से अलग हट के ओवरऑल टीचिंग के बारे में क्या क्या ज़रूरी किताबें हैं वो बहुत अच्छा तरीके से सिलेक्ट किया गया है, उस पर काफ़ी अच्छा डिस्कशन भी है।
So the way we visualize the solution, it could have multiple use cases. The first use case is a typical Netflix use case, right? As a teacher is there, she's binge learning on her own time, where it's a self-paced, I learn on my own kind of use case. The other use cases are more integrated. So that's what we're doing with the 3 governments, where we're almost integrating the content within the training infrastructure. For example, in Chhattisgarh this year, we're going to kind of see if teachers can do around 2 man-days of training using the app. Now that's what we're trying to work with the government and institutionalize. So our focus is very clear. The theory of change is create access to teachers at large scale and then see in terms of how that access translates into behavior change and improvement in practice, and then that improving outcomes. So it's a long game.
The Teacher app has set a milestone for themselves and they call it Vision 2022, with plans to create 1,000 hours of content for teachers in North India. Currently supported by Central Square Foundation, Google.org, the philanthropic arm of Google, and Millennium Alliance, the team plans to raise close to $4 million to meet this target.
Well, here's wishing the team at TeacherApp the very best of luck for the future. With that, it is time for us to wrap up this edition of Young Turks. As always, tell us what you thought of our show. Write in to us, youngturks@nw18.com. That's our email address. You can connect with us on Facebook and Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @CNBC Young Turks. Till next time, from all of us here on the team, goodbye and many thanks for watching.
Celebrating 16 years of Young Turks.